Hello crafters. It's my very watery, see how watery that is? Well, I'm going to put a tiny bit more orangey into red into that. What else have I got? Oh, I've got old plastic bracelets. Might be using that. I've got a sponge. Now I'm going to show you what we do with our art journal pages to start turning them into a book. So you should now have some dry art journal pages that are ready to go, and this is what you do with them next. This is my page. It's the one that's orange on this side and blue and red on this side. And what I'm going to do now is fold it in half. Make sure that you match up the two short edges of your paper. Try and get them to so that they're touching and they're nice and neat. Make sure that is nicely folded. We're going to focus on one page first because we're now going to measure along here and punch some holes, and we're going to concentrate on getting this one perfect and the holes in just the right place, and then we can use this one as a template to trace through for all the others. I've got a ruler here and I want to have about 6 holes along here. I'm going to draw a line that is 1 centimetre thick, and then along that line I'm going to mark a hole every 3 centimetres. I get these lovely things. Now what a book needs, like this though, is a nice front cover. So the next thing we're going to do before we stitch these together is make a front cover. I'm going to use that as a template again. Can you see how the edge of my folded edge here is against the folded line for my spine, for my cover, and I'm going to mark my holes through. This is just a little piece of copper wire. Remember, if you're going to cut it, you're going to be using a cutting tool, so just be careful with your fingers and that kind of thing. There's a health and safety note. Bend the wire around into a loop and start twisting, and you should see that you start producing a straight piece with a loop on the end, which is what you want, like a great big sewing needle. And I can use this then to thread my string. Next bit of stitching, I am going to stitch these pages into my backdrop. Let's go in and out. Can you see my needle coming through there? And inside, what that looks like is that. So I'm just going to show you me doing the last hole. You can see that I've stitched all the way down, and then when I stitch back again, the line starts to join up and I have a line going all the way along. And I am going to push that last one through. So on the inside I see that, and when I turn it round the back I see that last hole, so I'm going to go through that hole there. Okay, so now I finished. So that's what I have on the outside of the cover. I have a line of stitching like that, and on the inside I have a line of stitching, and I can see where those are crisscrossing over the spine. So the next thing we're going to do is take our very boring brown hardcover and make it look a bit more interesting. I'm now going to show you what I want you to think about doing on the first page of your journal. So here I am on the first page of my journal. My book here is starting. I want to do an illuminated letter, a decorated letter that's going to start the first page of my art journal. And I'm just going to pick the first letter of my name. Draw the letter on here, and I want you to then decorate it, and I want you to use things that give me an indication of the kind of things that you like. Today I'm going to give you another idea for the next page in your art journal, and this page is sort of very loosely going to be a portrait of you. So now I have just drawn the outline of my face, my neck, where my hair goes and my glasses, and I'm now going to put that into my book. I'm going to come back and I'm going to write my words in here. I also want to write in quite a nice way. I don't want to just write ordinary handwriting. Eventually what we're going to do is draw these onto our face drawing. But what would be quite cool would be to continue the idea of using words, but I'm going to use a word and write a quote that I really like. Your journal is your piece of work, and you have to look at the pages you've painted and think about what they make you think about to inspire you to fill them up. So you're welcome to use my ideas, but you're also welcome to do all of your own stuff as well. And looking at this, looking across both of them, the first thing that I started to think about was sunsets. I'm going to do a silhouetted skyline on this bit here, with making this colour behind be the night sky with the sun going down. This is some lovely blue and purple colours, isn't it? Now this page to me looks a bit like, well, it could be the sea, couldn't it? It could be a giant wave rushing along. It could possibly be some sort of animal that has that kind of long shape. It could even be like a sort of wolf's head.